So like, dude, I'm like, are you ready?
Are you
ready?
sure you're ready?
Ready.
Yes. I'm ready for the 3-minute delay that it takes to go to YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not excessive like that, but there is a delay.
Okay,
So it is.
I have to mute it as soon as it starts.
Yeah,
I just don't even have it up because
it's on there.
I would probably be the one to mess it up.
I'd like to have the YouTube up on the side here just because I want to see, yes, we are going to YouTube.
Yeah.
And then also, like, sometimes, like, there are comments where you have to approve and you just don't see it in StreamYard. So I'm just like, that's dumb. Yay!
Oh, yeah. Yay, Kayla's here.
Hello, Kayla.
Hello.
Yeah.
That me.
We're chatting with ourselves.
Yay! That's so funny. Oh, hi, Deja. How are you? She is so cute.
My
I was like
icon.
drunk boxing her last night. I'm so sorry.
Antonella, she came through with the
Yes.
question.
I know.
She came through. She's like the
So many
question
questions.
MVP.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's amazing. Hi, Sarah. How are you? I love it. People are here. Woo woo.
It worked.
Right? We are live. Okay, so if we want to just go around and introduce ourselves, I mean, I'm Nicole, who picked this book. You're on my channel. I hope you know who I am.
You're who? Wait, where am I? How did I get here?
What?
That's kind of how life feels right now. Like, what?
I know, exactly. Like, what am I?
A little bit.
All right, Izzy, if you want to go next.
I was like, I think I'm next. So, hi, I'm Izzy. I'm from Happy for Now. I don't know. I think I've been on your channel before, Nicole. I know I was in your chat for Eclipse. No.
Yes.
I was being obnoxious in your Twilight chat, so you're welcome.
No, it was amazing. I love it. Hi, Emma.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, I'm Temecka from Library of Tomes. And honestly, Nicole, I can't keep up with where I've been, so I don't know if I've been here or not.
I want to say yes.
I don't know.
Was it me?
Go for it, Averie.
My name's Averie from Averie Loves Books, and I don't think I've been on Nicole's channel before. Yeah, but I'm very excited to be here.
I feel like everyone's been on Nicole's channel most likely because I feel like she always has lives.
I know.
It's like her trademark.
I know I do live streams a lot.
That's good. Well, I'm Chloe from Always Booked, and I don't know. Have I been here? I don't know when I would have, but I feel like I have, so I don't know. No, I don't think so. But
Yeah, I don't think so
yay,
either.
we're glad to be here.
Yes.
Fun new stuff.
I love it. All right, so we do have some questions to go through because I know we were saying that we were asking for questions and we were going to do a
Should we
Q&A.
tell them why we're here?
Oh
What
yeah,
we're doing,
absolutely. We can
Probably.
do that.
We're just throwing right into it. We all just hit milestones on our channels, or are very, very, very close. Like Chloe is super close to 500.
Ah,
Yeah, you're
We're
right.
so
Exciting.
close.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to
close,
get
we'll
together and hang out as friends and celebrate. I feel like
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's kind of not as much fun to celebrate on your own.
Yeah.
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 And it's not like
Yeah.
we can go out and do anything. So
Yeah.
internet celebrations.
Yes,
I know,
this is
today-
the next best thing.
I needed this today.
Yes.
We have just had a kid crazy day, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go shut myself in a room and adult and talk to friends. So this is awesome.
Perfect.
Yes. And the afternoon, I think we're gonna have, if we don't already, have some UK people, followers, and that kind of subscribers joining in. So that's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah. I know it's the one thing about having, the live streams kind of in the evening is that, it's just super late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
For the other half of the world.
Yep. Unless you go to Australia, then it's super early the next day. Do you guys watch Karen from Rather Be Reading? She's a doll, and she's in Australia, and it's 14 and a half or 14 and 3/4 hours ahead of me. And so I know it's weird. So we do buddy reads, and it's like whatever, I can talk to her at night for me, and it's the morning for her. And so it works out, but it's weird.
I can never do math on where people are.
Oh gosh, yeah, time zone.
I'm always like, Google, tell me.
Yeah, me either.
Ooh, from Scotland.
Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, Antonella, you're always like, you have to set an alarm if you want to come to my live streams during the week. But hey, I appreciate it because that's dedication.
Yeah, right.
Hi, Shannon. How are you? And then we have another one. Hi, Nikki. How are you?
All right. I grouped all their questions, so.
Because you're amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
Make sure I got everything.
Awesome.
Yay.
So do you want to be the
Do you want me to be the question person? I'm in the
Yeah.
middle, so it works. All right. So we're going to start off with romance specific questions. So if you have romance questions, drop them in chat. And then we'll do booktube, and then we'll do personal. We only have one personal question, and it's my new favorite question to ask people on YouTube, I think, because I find it very interesting.
Oh.
So let's start off with, what's your favorite reading snack? Oh, Denmark.
I know, Denmark.
Ooh.
So Nicole, do you eat while you read?
Sometimes, not a whole lot, just because I let my mom borrow a book of mine one time, and she does snack when she eats. And she was eating Cheetos, so I had like flaming
the worst.
I'm like, mother.
Everybody's eyes were just like, what?
Yeah. So I was just like, okay. But so if I'm eating a snack, I make sure I have like a paper towel next to me so I can just like, on my fingers before I turn the page, because I'm just like, that book is forever ruined. Ooh, cupcakes.
Temecka, do you snack while you read?
It depends. I don't really. I like to have water when I read. So if anything, I just have something to drink next to me.
Yeah.
I love a hot tea when I read. When it's not
1,000 degrees.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, I live in a hot location. So yeah, when it's not hot, I love tea when I read. I'm a drinker when I read more than eater, I think. Chloe, do you snack?
I know I don't snack when I read, but I love like coffee. Coffee and reading they just
That's
go
like
together.
my favorite morning ritual is like
Yes.
a coffee book
Yes.
for like 20 minutes to start the day. Avery, do you?
I don't drink coffee or tea, so I just drink water. And I don't really eat anything when I read. Sometimes if I'm like really, really, really invested in an ebook, I'll put it on my iPad on like the sideways.
Oh yeah.
And like lean it up like this on the table while I'm eating dinner and just like swipe on dinner. I'll do that if I'm like really invested in the ebook. That's how I eat.
When Dave travels for work, I will sit there and be like on my Kindle reading while I eat, but I keep like one hand free to like tap so I don't get
My favorite thing ever is like, so we've been kind of dividing and conquering dinner and meals and everything. So if you guys don't know, I've got a 1-month-old and a 2-year-old. And so my husband and I have kind of been eating in shifts. And so if I get to eat by myself, I love watching BookTube and eating at the same time. It's just so entertaining.
That's when I get most of my BookTube watching in, is through eating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hot chocolate. I can tell you the last time I had hot chocolate. That's amazing.
This is not the weather to have.
No.
I know it's not time for hot chocolate here at all, but that sounds nice.
Jess, do you drink hot coffee no matter what the temperature?
Yeah.
Or do you drink iced?
Yeah. Do you change it? Like, 'cause sometimes in the summertime, like I would love an iced coffee, but coffee.
Yeah. See, and I'm over here like, I like iced coffee all year round.
Me too.
Really?
Yes.
I like hot coffee.
I am those memes about people ordering iced coffee when it's like cold out. Although if I go north and it's super cold, I do get hot coffee. Like there's no.
Yeah.
But
I don't like hot coffee at all.
Really?
Yeah, at all.
But you like it iced?
I love it iced.
Weird.
Yeah.
I drink so much that I feel like iced drinks are gone in like 30 seconds. And so then I'm like, you know, I just wasted how much time or money and it's gone in 30 seconds.
Yep.
Deja knows where it's at. She only drinks iced coffee. She gets me.
Even when it's freezing. I feel like it doesn't really get like all that cold.
I would say 3 of us live in states that don't get that cold. So
it's like if I do have it iced, it's like, I'm not like, freezing.
There's like a month or two here where it might snow.
Yeah.
And by snow, I mean it's on the ground for a day.
Yeah, and then it just melts.
And then it melts. So it's not like we're,
Best of all worlds. There you
Yep.
go.
Yeah.
I'm going to try myself some iced down hot chocolate.
Name is
Naima.
here. Hi.
Hi. All right. I like this question. This will be a fun one. All right. If you were a heroine in a book, who would write your book and what trope would you want used? Let's start with Chloe.
This is a tough one. This is why I'm so glad I glanced at these questions before we came on, because I'm like, I have no idea.
Come on, you got to have something.
Well, okay,
Like-
I'll answer. I think for me, it was who would write your story and what would be the trope.
Mhm.
Okay. I would say probably like Sophie Kinsella or somebody like that who could just make it really like funny and lighthearted, because there are so many times in life where I'm just like, this is my life. Everybody's screaming and it's, like it is funny. And so having like somebody like Sophie Kinsella or Lindsay Kelk or somebody who can like really just do lighthearted funny.
Mhm.
And the trope, like, because I'm married, it's like I can't.
You met.
Yeah. Well, I would say accidental pregnancy, because we have fertility issues. And so having kids is like really hard for us. So if it was just a whoopsie, I mean, I don't want a whoopsie right now, but at some point, maybe.
Later.
Yeah.
Avery,
So
do you
that's
know?
my what?
I'm going to say, Avery, do you know who you'd want to write your romance story?
I don't know. I really like I like Emma Chase. I think she'd be a really good. I don't know. I really love her books.
Yeah.
She has a character in one of her books that is literally like me on page. So I feel like I'm already this person. So royally matched by her. The heroine in that one is like me. So I feel like she would really do well in writing my story. I don't know. And I don't know. I'd love friends to lovers. So that's what I would do.
I love good friends to lovers. That's
Do you have any good guy friends?
No.
Is this story in the works?
We're like, how can we set you up with this?
Yeah, right? Like, can we make this
How does
happen?
that
Make this a reality. That's amazing.
Paul, do you know?
Oh yeah, I would have to say my favorite author of all time is Sandra Brown. I love her so much. I met her last year, 2 years ago, and she's just a gem. She's so nice, and she writes. I love her suspense romance, so it would be the suspense romance genre, and she writes really good. My favorite book of hers is Chill Factor, and it's a forced proximity. They're trapped in a cabin with like a freezing like blizzard going on. I'm like, yes,
Sign me up.
Trap me in a cabin with a hot guy. Yes, please.
I still
My
can't pick an
dog has to be
author.
wet on
I'm
the
like
room.
thinking about this. I'm like, I don't know what author I would pick.
A suspense romance. I'm like stressed for you, Nicole.
I know. I'm very stressed about this. Like, suspense romance is a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that. Like, I like Sophie Kinsella, where it's like everything's no suspense there.
So, see, I'm debating if I want to use like real life or if I want fantasy life.
Sorry, my dog had to get let out of the room.
You're fine.
That's okay.
All right. I think I know. I think I would pick Talia Hibbert or Alyssa Cole, and it would be a one night stand.
I love it. I love it so much.
We're gonna go
Okay.
real.
Oh,
That's
I
my
like
vote.
it. I like
Tamika,
it.
do you know?
Brianna Hill age gap, no questions.
She's like, yes,
Oh, yeah.
I know it.
That was where you were gonna
We knew
go.
that was coming. We knew that was coming.
That's amazing.
Okay, this one's hard. I feel like. What are your paranormal alien?
Of course.
Wait,
of course.
wait. Wait.
Wait, I take it all back. I want this too. It's not Ice Planet. It's too cold. I can't do
I
cold.
saw that a mile away. I was like, of course you do, Kayla. That's amazing. That is amazing.
Now with the happen to have the babies. That's my problem. I couldn't do Ice Planet. I can't do with the having to have the babies situation.
Yes.
Like, I
I'm cool with
can't.
it.
I would be, yeah, I could see how some people, like, if you don't want children, like, that would be, like, awful. But I was like, I would, yes, I need to have a baby. I want to have a
I mean,
baby.
I would want to help take care of all the kids on the planet. I just wouldn't personally want to be involved in that part of it.
There's one character in Itome that's like that.
I think there's one in Ice Planet too, like in the Barbarian series that is also, she's older though.
Yeah, Gale.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I was like, I cannot remember any of their names.
Are we surprised?
No, we're not surprised yet. And it's beautiful. It's a glorious decision.
Susan Elizabeth Phillips. I haven't read anything.
And Fee, is it Fee? I think reads and eats. She said Joanne DeMayo. Do we know who that is? I don't know who that is.
Heard of them. No,
I know Debbie Maycomer, yes, but I've never read anything by Joanne DeMayo.
You guys,
we're gonna have to write these. Hold on, I'm gonna write these people down.
I just got an Instagram alert that my husband started following me.
That's awesome.
How
right.
I should know better by now that when I go live or watch YouTube videos, I just need to have a piece of paper next to me.
Is Joe watching, Nicole?
No, he's not watching.
That cracks me up.
I know. He was just like, sometimes I watch your stuff, but I don't comment. I was just like, receipts or it didn't happen, So
he showed up in the comments then. He was like, I'm here.
He's like, I am here. And then as soon as like Jen was just like, Joe, if you're watching, come into the room. And he did. He like peeked his head in there and he like, I was like, okay. It was just funny because on Facebook, he was like, I'll try to be there. Like all supportive. I was like, you ain't never watched once any of my videos. Oh, it's so funny.
It's cute. I think it's adorable. My husband watches mine. So
really
much to my like utter horror.
Yeah.
I heard my voice coming out of his phone and I was like, what do you have playing?
What are you playing?
That is so weird. I had
I like every one of your videos and watch them. And I was like,
that's so nice though.
That's so cute.
I had a live show last night for Christmas in July-a-thon. And so it was at 7. So I left the kids downstairs with Jeremy and came up. And this morning I turned on the TV and it was they were watching the live show. Cause I guess he was like, where's mama? Where's mama? So they watched from downstairs.
So cute. I feel so single right now. Damn.
Let's find that friend.
I know. We just got to get you a friend and make your trope happen.
We'll make that happen. It's our new goal. Just what you want. A whole bunch of us on you, like to find a match.
Oh, good question, Deja.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes.
What romance books would you recommend for people who've only read popular books?
So this kind of ties into our next question also, which is what are your go-to romance recommendations? So I say we tailor it to some of the less talked about.
Yeah,
let's talk about ones. Okay.
Give me a minute. I got to pull up Goodreads, guys.
Yep. Same.
Well, Brittany C. Cherry, she's gaining popularity, but I think she needs to be like way up there because she is awesome. So if you haven't read hers and go into some of her backlist, she is wonderful.
This is hard. All right, I'm going to only go with books I've read this year, I think. That's 153 books. That should be enough.
It's fine.
Should be enough, right? I don't know.
And Renee Carlino, if you haven't read her, she is really good. And she's really underrated. And Tracy Garbus Graves. A lot of people have read On the Island, and I don't think anybody, like I never hear about anything else. And so her backlist is good too.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I've only read that one by her.
I don't ever see like Sandra Brown talked about like at all on BookTube. Like I said earlier, she's my favorite. And Deja, I really think you would like her suspense romance because you like true crime and murder mystery stuff. So I really think you would like her suspense romance. So you should totally watch or read Chill Factor.
I feel like Nicole, you need to do a like romantic suspense video because I like Nora Roberts is really the only one I've read, and she does it okay, but not great. And yeah, I really want more of that. So write that down.
Okay,
Put that on your video.
I would recommend The Breakup Bet by Kat Carman. It's a romantic comedy, and it's really, really good. It's one of my favorite books of last year.
So I'm going to recommend a category romance because I don't feel like a lot of people on YouTube read them besides Sarah. Stephanie reads some. Bree was reading some. I feel like we're like the three who read them, which I'm going to go with a recent one. I don't think I have it over here. Is Blame It on the Billionaire by Naima Simone. There's a power outage in Chicago. She actually works at his company and is like delivering something to another one of his coworkers, bosses who like takes advantage of her as an assistant, like in making her do these shitty tasks. And she shows up and they end up banging in the hallway of this like mansion they're at.
Let me write this
And
down.
then they find each other.
I have that one on my TR.
And it's like a fake relationship. It's very, very well done. And the best part about categories is like they're 224 pages
Yeah.
at most. So you can bust through one in an afternoon, maybe two, depending on your reading speed. But they're always like, they are an art of like romance. Like I feel like they capture the genre in that perfect like short span, if that makes sense. And I think if you're dipping your toe in, it's an easy way to be like, do I like this or not? And go ahead.
I read another one of the categories this year, and it was Temporary Wife Temptation by J.C. Lee. I think is that how you say her name?
Yes.
I think that is. And I really liked it. So
and
I
then,
recommend that one too.
I also read this year, which was a road trip romance, and it was like enemies to lovers ish. Like they're kind of enemies. They're not like nasty to each other enemies. They're just kind of like they bicker. And it's Along for the Ride by Mimi Grace. And that was a de-freaking-lightful road trip romance with a lot of pining and pent-up feelings. And it was her debut novel, and I was shocked. I literally was like, wait, where's the rest of your books?
Wait, what? Well, we do have a road trip prompt for the summer fling, so I'll probably be reading that. I haven't, Sophie's saying Jasmine Miller. I haven't read anything by Jasmine Miller.
I haven't either.
Me either.
And then older Renee Carlino.
Yeah, Renee Carlino is so good. I have started reading her backlist little by little.
Should know better. I should know to have a pen ready.
I know. I was like, I got my mirror image. Oh my god, I love mirror image. I really loved it. Yeah, that it is kind of bonkers. It's basically about two women who are involved in a plane crash, and one of them gets mistaken for the other, and she gets like reconstructive surgery and everything done to look like basically this other woman. And she's like, while she's in the hospital, someone whispers in her ear like, keep your mouth shut, or you're next, blah blah blah. So she's entangled in all this and trying to figure out like what's going on, but meanwhile like she's not even this person. So yeah, it is wild, but I loved it. It was really good. Oh wait, banging. Yeah.
I feel like that's a good way to sell people on that book.
Yeah.
Look, if there's one thing you're looking for, I can bring you lots of really interesting scenarios in which people bang, right? Like, I feel like that's romance.
Miss Awesome Saucy asked, do you guys have any good plus size romance? Izzy, I feel like this is perfect. 40 Love.
Yeah, 40 Love. But
I'm like trying to make that your brand.
By Olivia Dade is great. Own voices, fat representation. But it's all her newer stuff. So like 40 Love, Teach Me, Desire in the Deep Blue Sea. Also, Rebecca Weatherspoon has some fat rep in her book.
Yes.
She's a tall, fat woman, so she's a good one.
I'll be recommending Neighborly until the end of time.
And then that was my next one was Katrina Jackson also has fat rep in her books, and she is also larger. Those are my
Talia
like three.
Hibbert.
Yes, Talia Hibbert as well. I feel like people know about Talia Hibbert, so I usually don't reference her in this. You know what I mean? I always forget to be like, yeah, Talia Hibbert. But those are my like go-tos for plus size. I don't know if you guys have any others.
I've not read any that I thought were done well.
Well, I just gave you a whole list. You're welcome.
So.
Well,
and my perception. Oh, and Brazen and the Beast also, yeah.
I mean, I just read this, so it's like literally sitting right next to me. I was like, ah.
No, you're right. I don't think about historicals when I think about plus size rep for some reason.
Yeah.
I always think contemporaries because I feel like historicals generally don't have it or do it well. It's always like, she's so ugly because she's fat. It's like, why?
Okay, I have to apparently.
I'm gonna be cleaning my room while I talk to you.
Oh.
I'm trying trying to see if there's anything else I read recently. Ooh, The Nanny's Double Trouble. I'm writing that down.
I like Christine. Me too. Christine Rimmer.
I think plus size rep is hard to find done well.
That's for sure. Yeah.
It's definitely often. I basically cried when I read 40 Love because I felt so.
I need to read that. I need to read that so bad.
Way in the way, it's just in the way Olivia talks about a bigger body without being fetishized.
Yeah,
I guess is the best way to put it.
yeah.
So it was great. All right. What romance book do you relate to the most?
I have one.
Yes.
Okay. Let me pull it up. I finally read a book that has my chronic illness rep in it.
Nice.
It's called That Kind of Guy by Talia Hibbert. It has my chronic illness in it, which I had no idea going into it. So it was a very awesome surprise. It's an age gap romance where the woman is older.
Nice.
And the war is demisexual too. So just an amazing book all around. There's also fake dating. They have to fake date at this writers' convention she's at. So, yes.
Cool.
I like that one.
Laura Griffin. Write that down.
I think mine is going to be 40 Love because it just felt good to read. I don't know. And I felt like, I don't know. It felt like fat bodies were being seen in that book. I felt that way about Averie, one of her books, but that definitely is the most recent one.
Is Averie still on for you guys? Because I see.
Yeah, she just went to living. Uh-oh.
Go in and out.
Oh, yep. There we go.
There you go.
My computer just went black.
Yeah. I was like, where'd she go?
No idea. My computer just went black. Okay, we have to move rooms too, so you'll come with me on this.
We're on an adventure. I love it.
Impromptu house tour.
And then I'm just going to put this, I know we're still on that one question, but I'm just going to put this up there so we don't forget it. Okay. I don't know. I'm like really, even like the one book that comes to mind is one that I read this year, and it's called like A Promise of Fire. I think I'll recommend this book until the end of time as well. But I just really like, not that it's like, you know, it's a fantasy, so it's not like my real life, but I just love Kat's personality in this book, and I just feel like it was like I'm that snarky and sarcastic to my husband like all the time. So I feel like that was us, and it was like I was like, oh, that's really cute. I love it. Even though like no, we're not a hate to love. If anything, we're like friends to lovers, high school sweethearts kind of thing. But yeah, I really, you know, I just love like any kind of female heroine who is just snarky and sarcastic. I was like, that's me. I love it.
I live for that. Temecka, do you have one?
I don't know, because I don't know. So I think that, so in this book, it's called Lost in Me. It's by Lexi Ryan. There is plus size rep in it, but it's done horribly. Well, I don't know. It's not done very well. She hates her body, like absolutely hates it. And like, hi, that's me. So like, I guess she kind of comes to realize that it doesn't matter if like what her size is only matters like if she does the things that make her happy. But I still haven't came to that realization myself. So we'll say that one.
I think I have another one actually, and it's Duke by Default for the ADHD rep. I also found that one very, very helpful. It was nice. I usually don't see ADHD on the page, so that was surprising. Do you have one?
Royally Matched by Emma Chase. Like I really connected to the anxiety rep in that one.
I can't think of one. I mean, I can see like Bromance Book Club, but we don't see a whole lot of the wife. And so I don't really know, but like that, like I love reading about already married couples, and I mean, just their communication issues, like not not specifically bedroom issues, but like just their communication issues, I can see as being really, really, really realistic. And my husband is the kind that like, he's not in a secret book club, but I could see him like doing that kind of thing. And so I don't know. I mean, I don't really have a good one, but maybe that.
Yeah, you don't really see like a lot of, romances where like the couple is already married and they're working through their issues.
Yeah.
It's hard. And that's a hard one to frame in a way that is redeemable for both characters, right? Because I feel like normally in a married relationship, it's like, oh, they cheated, or and that's just such a hard redemption to make anyone accept. Personally, I feel like so yeah. I think that's
and I feel like that one was good about just like it was so clear to me, and maybe it's because of my perspective of like they had just gotten in this rut of not communicating, and I mean that's just really neither party is to blame, and so I normally it's like there's a bad guy and a good guy,
right?
All right, this one's a hard one too. What's your favorite romance of the year so far? Y'all, I've read too many books for this question. You're like, I got one. I'm like, over here like, you want 5, 10, 15 books?
I know. It's like, I've read a lot of books, but like, I just have like this stack next to me. And I was like, I keep going back to A Promise of Fire and, Brazen and the Beast. I have been reading the In Death series. And I mean, these have just been so good.
Nicole, I have the first in the In Death series on my bookshelf, and I want to read it so bad, but I just know myself, like I'm going to have to binge all 50 of them if I start.
Because they're so good.
What'd you say, Izzy?
Let's read them together.
Okay. You name it.
I've read them, like 3 of them, but I want to read the whole series, so we should do it together.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
Done. That is a good reason to do it.
Yeah, I feel like my best of the year has to be Daring and the Duke. But that's a hard one to say because like you need to read the other 2 books to read this one.
That's true.
But this is such a good villain redemption arc, and I love a villain. But is he a villain?
I know, that's why I was just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how you're gonna make me like this guy, but all right, I trust you.
While you read it. I'm here for everyone's support group when they read Daring and the Duke. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely I'll message you when I get to that. But when you guys get to book number 6 in the In Death series, let me know because then I'll tag along with you on your reading extravaganza.
Okay. Are they on anything like Hoopla or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Okay. I wonder if because I have the first one. That's it.
Okay.
We'll look at
What's the question? Sorry.
It's not this question. It's your favorite romance of the year. Yeah.
Oh, Get a Life,
This
Chloe
one.
Brown. Get a Life, Chloe Brown is my favorite.
Mika, did you
I need to
answer?
read that.
No.
Or we just yap all over you. We're so rude.
I have 2, and one of them is a historical romance. So
Look at you.
I love that. I love that so much.
so it's The Dugout by Megan Quinn, and then Highlander Spitfire by Mary Wan. I think that's how you say your name, or that's how you say the. I sound really country right now. I'm sorry. My 15 eyes and the word wine. So.
Mary Winchborn.
Mary Winchborn was really good. I read that this year
So
too.
good.
I really liked it.
Gosh,
Hi, Lizzie.
Antonella,
How are you?
I was joking when I said 50, but they're really
No,
are
it literally-
50.
Book
there
number
are.
50 came out this year.
They're
Yeah.
short. They're short.
Yeah.
They are. They're short. They're like, look at it. It's so short compared to, let's see, another book over here, like Sarah McLean. Like, they're short.
They're like
Shorter.
300 pages.
Jen says you can find them at Half Price Books, but I live in the boonies, and Half Price Books, the closest, is 2 hours from us. But
Same.
if I ever leave my house again, I'll check.
What is
Yeah.
leaving the house?
What is leaving the house?
That's how I
That's
feel
for
like.
sure.
Yeah, that is for sure.
All right. So on that, what is the favorite romance book of all time that you've read in your life so far? That's another question we had in chat.
Oh.
And I feel like this is impossible. So,
I know mine.
go
You
ahead.
do?
I know mine.
I know mine
Brianna
too.
Hill.
I think I might know mine.
Which one did you say, Tamika?
Come to Daddy by Brianna Hill.
To
Brianna
daddy. Writing that down.
Me too.
I'm getting into the Daddy King because of Katie Robert. I was like, I never used to like Daddy King, but then I read, Your Dad Will Do, and I'm like,
I've got that in my
That one's not Daddy Kink. That one's Sugar Baby, Sugar Daddy.
okay.
Yeah, I've got the Your Dad Will Do in my mailbox right now. Signed. I've got to get it after this.
Nice.
Woohoo! I kind of have the same answer for both questions. Like,
I love this is my husband, you guys. He came with me when I met Sandra Brown, so he's like, he can literally say Sandra Brown is amazing because she is. Hi, baby. I can't say it changes too much. That's true, but
I'm gonna go with Dreaming of You by Lisa Kleypas, to the point at which I bought a vintage copy at Half Price Books because step back.
yes.
It was like a 1980s copy, or like right after it came out copy.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, this might be I don't know. Anyways, I found it at Half Price Books and I had to buy it like immediately. Like I wanted to cry. So I guess that's the book.
I'll recommend Chill Factor by Sandra Brown until the end of time. I
knew that.
I read that. I think that was probably my third or fourth Sandra Brown I ever read, but it was my first suspense romance by her because previously I was just reading her contemporary, and that it was kind of like, yeah, she was good with her contemporary, but her suspense, like, she just hits it out of the park.
She's pretty prolific, isn't she? She's got a lot.
Yeah. She has, I think it was 85. 85 is being released this year, which I think.
Wow.
Geez, Antonella, she's read Beard Science 6 times.
That's it.
Wow.
He is.
I just like bugging your husband about your channel because I think it's hilarious.
He's so nice.
I say my probably favorite of all time probably is Radiance by Grace Draven.
I read that forever ago and I love that book.
I love it.
It's one of the first romance books I ever read, and it is still like top for me.
I read it a long time ago. Yeah, it was so good. I need to reread it.
It's so good. I can't wait for book 3 to come out.
Yes,
it's
gonna be amazing.
2 months.
Mm-hmm.
I probably won't reread it until then. It's the truth, but that was a good one. That's a good one. Okay, we got everyone right.
Well,
I didn't answer, but I don't have an answer. I don't know.
We answered, but maybe she didn't.
I don't know. Like this year and overall, Love in Other Words. I love that one. And I remember really loving Love the One You're With by Emily Giffin. But it's been like years since I've read that. So everybody take that recommendation with a grain of salt because I can't remember specifics, but I remember we were going to Nebraska Furniture Mart to try to buy, I had to have been in college, something for my house in college. And I was sitting in the parking lot because I couldn't stop reading until I finished it. So that one was really good.
She did write category. Yeah, it was like her pen name was like Erin St. Clair, I think. Something like that. Hold on, let me go back up to this question that we had.
We have a Brittany C. Cherry question. I feel like Chloe.
Yes.
I haven't read any of her yet.
Here we go. There it is.
I don't know. I would say Behind the Bars or Eleanor and Gray. Eleanor and Gray is pretty popular, but Behind the Bars is really, really, really good too. But I did an author binge of hers and read 4 back to back and loved all of them. Like I think the lowest I gave anyone was 4 stars. And but those 2 are my favorite.
I just read my favorite one by her literally like 2 days ago. It's the 3rd one in the Elements series, The Silent Waters. Oh my gosh. It's
So
my
good.
favorite one so far. It is so good. I love it.
And like all of her series, like if you see on Goodreads that it's a part of the series, really none of them are actually like the Element series is not. Eleanor and Gray, then it has Landon and Shay part 1 and 2. So that one you kind of should read first. But yeah, the Elements and all that are not
They don't connect
actually
at all.
series. Yeah, no.
I just have one more book to read in that series, and I'm so excited.
I really.
I'm just dreading adding another author to the list, in which I feel like I need to read all of the books.
She's so good. And like on Instagram, I tagged her in something one time and she like DM'd me back and like has since DM'd me about multiple things because she is like trying to go vegan and I am vegan except we eat eggs. But and so we have talked about that and like she's just so cool and nice and like yeah, I really like her.
That's so cool.
I know it is.
A good one also. Do you guys remember your first romance novel?
I think I
just went and
do.
looked mine up.
I think I read Debbie McComber's Cedar Cove series. Like that's the first thing I really remember being romance that I read.
We have this question too, just so we're I know questions are coming through, but my first romance that I read, surprising it was Sandra Brown. It was called Words of Silk, and I remember when I first read that, and I like loved it, and then I reread it like a couple years ago, and I was like, this is really problematic. Because it's like the couple meets, like they're stuck in an elevator. Like that's basically how the book starts. Like they're stuck in an elevator. She's freaking out because she has claustrophobia, and he takes her like to his apartment to calm her down, and then proceeds to have sex with her. And I'm just like, but then like before that, he gave her something like a drink, like an alcoholic drink, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, but I was like, oh my god, but that just started like my Sandra Brown like
journey
adventure. Yes.
Mine was actually, I found out later, was written by a man. One of the two first that I had, which is King's Property by Morgan Howell, which is an orc romance about someone who's captured as a slave, which obviously now I know is not like not good. And I bet if I reread it, there's a lot of problematic things in it. But I read that, and I read Dark Hunter series by Sherilyn Kenyon. That was first as well. So I entered through paranormal in 2008 or 9, somewhere in there. It was when I got a Kindle. Like I know that's when I started reading it, and then there was the Vaginal Fantasy Book Club that Felicia Day ran, and I would participate in that, and I would read a ton of books that way, and that kind of just never stopped. Temecka, what did you read first?
So I could not tell you what this book was about, but it's called Love is in Action by Bra Foster. And I remember this book because I was sent it for a review. It was one of the first books I got sent for a review back in like 2016 or something like that. And it was there during that time when I was like, romances cannot be 5 stars. It should have been like probably like a 4-star read looking back at it. But that I couldn't tell you what it was about. But that was what it was.
That's funny. Averie, do you remember?
I think it's A Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks. But that could also be categorized as young adult. So I don't know. I don't read Nicholas Sparks anymore, but I read it because I loved the movie so much.
Yeah, I love that movie.
I had a huge ass crush on the mailman character in the movie, so I wanted to read
Who was it?
Shane West. Shane West was the actor who played.
Yes. And yeah, I think that was my first one, or it was I think maybe it was The Edge of Never by J.A. Ramirsky. Maybe.
Sneaking them from my mom. That's awesome.
My mom was a big Danielle Steele fan, and so I think I read a couple of those, like sneak those from her. But yeah.
Oh, Danielle Steele. Yeah.
My mom has like I've posted on Twitter before. She has like her old copies of Woolworths and some other like 80. Like she read The Flame of the Flower when it came out, and she was 13.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Obviously, romance novels were not forbidden in our house in any way, but I just never picked hers up, which is weird.
See, I love everyone's stories about like them sneaking books from their mom and everything.
I
don't have that. Literally, my parents are like, "Whose child are you?" No one in my family reads at all. Like no,
really?
Like, nobody reads at all. Maybe like my grandma does, but like no one.
Yeah, my family, so it's interesting. Well, my mom, I do. My husband listens to audiobooks, which counts. And
Yep.
my brother is a teacher, so he does read. It'd be a little weird to not, but
Hi, Charles.
Hi, Charles.
favorite couple, a romance book. Do y'all have one? Can you pick one?
I don't think I can pick one.
I know, favorite couple.
Not my favorite couple, but my favorite guy is the guy from The Girl He Used to Know by Tracy Garbus Graves. The main female in that story, she has autism, and she's just like, it's a second chance romance, which is my jam. And so they meet back up like 11 years later, and we know that she ended the relationship for some reason, but we don't know why. And we know like she has autism, so she's got some social quirks for sure. And he is like so patient and kind, and like she broke his heart, and yet he's still like serving her. And so just, he is the best. But I wouldn't say that's my favorite couple, but that's definitely my favorite guy.
I think my favorite couple is Ronan and Nevada from the Hidden Legacy trilogy this year so far. I think that her sister Catalina and I cannot remember his name are coming up in the possibly new favorite category, but it's hard. I don't feel like I hang on to couples from books.
Yeah. Elizabeth said she read the condensed version out of her mom's Good Housekeeping magazine. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Danielle Steele. I feel like, my mom had a bunch of Danielle Steele too.
Yeah.
And Jen's favorite couple is Eve and Rourke. Yeah, they're next level. I love Eve and Rourke. But I would say my favorite couple is Archer and Bree from Archer's Voice.
I have got to read that one.
Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And like, they try so hard for each other, honestly. Like, it's just beautiful, this book. If you haven't read Archer's Voice, you desperately need to. It's so good.
From Managed, actually.
Hmm?
Scotty and Managed is like one of my favorites as well, by Kristen Callahan. I cannot remember her name though, the heroine. Oh, I feel really silly because I can't think of her name. Of course I can't. And the whole freaking thing is in like first person, and I'm like,
yeah.
That's Grumpy Sunshine though, and I love Grumpy Sunshine. That is like my sweet spot.
I haven't read a lot.
Eve and Rourke, are they from the In Death series?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, In Death by J.D. Robb. Or it's Nora Roberts writing as. Kind and patient guys are my kryptonite.
Yes, mine too.
Oh, I like assholes.
I
like both.
I like my alpha men. I really, really do.
I'm just about to read one that I got that is like, oh, bye, Elizabeth. Hold on. I need to find it, but it's number 50 in some sort of cowboy series, and everybody warned me that it's very alpha men. And so, yeah, I don't know how I feel about alpha or cowboy, so we'll see.
We will see.
I think my favorite couple, and this one's going to be really basic, but I think it's Travis and Georgie from Fix Her Up.
Oh, I like that.
I love them so much.
They're really great. It's like impossible to pick one. It's just so hard.
Yeah. I'm gonna be really basic and say Elizabeth and Darcy from Pride and Prejudice, or I actually love Jane Eyre is one of my favorite books of all time. So I actually love her in Rochester. So that's where my love of age gap started.
That's amazing.
Oh, and Nanny Romances started because she's the nanny. So.
Yeah, they were reading each saying, "Would you class Jane Eyre as a romance?"
Oh yeah, it's a romance. That's what I say. It's a classic, but also a romance. You can say it's both.
Like, that's what I say.
Yeah. That's what Averie says. I agree with you. I don't know. I never.
I have a yearly favorite couple. That's funny.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah,
I like it, but that's hard.
That is, because honestly, like when I'm like when I move on from books and then go back to talk about books, people's names are normally what I forget first.
Yeah.
I forget the names of the characters like after I close the book.
Oh, same. No, I forget it while I'm
Joke.
reading it. I forget it while I'm reading it.
I need to read that author because honestly, I feel like I should have by now, and I'm mad that I haven't.
They're an amazing writing team. It's her and her husband.
Oh, okay.
Helps her write some of it, so
I got some Jane Eyre
I think
fans.
that she's right up your alley.
Oh
as
yeah,
far
I
as,
definitely
Paranormal
need to do it.
romance. And
It's gonna happen
bad
this year.
ones and
Oh,
alpha
yeah.
males.
It's gonna happen.
They're kind of more slow. Look at the paranormal. They're that slow burn build.
Darcy and Elizabeth are enemies to lovers. Like,
100%
icon. Yes, I think that's where my love for enemies to lovers come from
Yes,
because I
same.
love Darcy and Elizabeth.
Me too.
All right, here's a good one. Finish the sentence. Dear romance authors, I wish you would write more about blank. What do you guys want to see more of in romance novels? It's a hard one.
That is a hard one.
Everyone already knows my answer.
Then just share it.
Just
Go
share
for
it.
It's like
Do it.
disability or illness rep.
Mhm.
I mean, I think my answer is the same. I want to see more of that. I want to see more own voices.
Yeah.
Men loving men romances. I think
I
we're
want
getting
that.
there, but yeah.
I want male historical written by queer men.
That's what I want. Men writing them. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Deja.
Sorry. You're welcome.
I know. It's like, sorry, not sorry. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, more. I want more own voices, like actual own voices, not like co-opting the term own voices. Romance. So
Mhm.
overall, like I want people with different disabilities to write about those things. And
Yes.
Yearning, disability rep.
I also, this is something I've been wanting for so long. I know this isn't like a big thing, but there are so many people in the world who have like food allergies. And I've never read a book or a romance book where it has that in it. Like, so many people have them, and I want that.
Yeah, I've only read it when it's like super skinny girls being like, I can't eat this, that, or the other. And it's like, you don't have to be, if you have a food allergy, doesn't mean you're super duper skinny.
Hello.
I also want people to do research when they write about a profession they don't work in.
Yes.
So if everyone can stop writing about journalists, if you've never been a journalist or you don't care about, what a journalist does, that'd be awesome.
I mean, I feel that way. I see that in corporates, all kinds of career fields. Them just totally messing it up.
Yeah. I would like to see more like big city romance, less small town, not necessarily less small town romance, but I feel like we have so many small town romance. I would like more city and more married couples.
I want more big city romances. Like, I live in
Yeah.
the third largest city in America, and I've never read a romance book set in Houston.
Yeah. I know, that's weird.
Legacy.
Ooh, okay.
Because I texted my bestie. I was like, this is in Houston, where you left me for. But then I was like, it's also really good. You should read it. But I was like, this book is opening wounds.
Oh.
As in trashy bad or trashy good?
I think
Trashy good.
I mean, that's hard. I feel like that's almost impossible for me to answer.
We all know I'm the pearl wearing prude.
Yeah. I feel like maybe like a lot of people say like alien romances are quote unquote trashy. Like I know a lot of people have read Ice Planet Barbarians, but they say like it's their guilty pleasure or it's kind of like trashy. But so I would say I am trash for Ice Planet Barbarians.
Me too.
I'll agree. I'm gonna sign on to this. We got 3 of us. It's a train. Tamika, do you have one?
I don't like to say romance is trashy, so no.
Oh God, sorry.
But
get scared.
if I had to say
literally
something, I'd probably say Ash Planet. So
I mean, I think
Yeah.
that's a perfect example of like what people think
consider.
are trashy, but then it's like not actually. It's like actually really engaging and good. So what, Kayla? Why are you sending?
I know. Why are you saying dot,
IP.
dot, dot?
it's because of Ice Planet.
No, I mean,
I'm predicting
I'm not
it.
saying I'm not saying that it is trashy, but I've heard people say that it's
Yeah.
trashy. That's why I said like
I love
I'm
it.
not saying
so-
I love it too. I'm addicted.
yeah,
I'm addicted to it. I binged through that whole series like this year.
Okay.
Avery, is your dog okay?
My dog's fine. Someone's at the door. You might, dude, come here.
because I will.
I'm really
I
glad
was
my
laughing
headphones were
and-
in because if my dogs would have heard that, they're laying like right here. They would have just freaked out.
And my dogs aren't even here, so but it would have been a chain reaction.
You're good, dude. You're good.
Bad sex scenes. Are you asking us like which romance novels have had bad sex scenes or
Does not agree with us, apparently.
romance do not have bad sex scenes? No. That is so funny.
I see that you're hesitant to read alien romance, but I really think you can't go wrong with trying Robin Lovitz because they're a little less intimidating than Ice Planet. There's less books. There's only 4 books.
That's
I
true.
feel like they are just a little less like it's more space travel than, you know what I mean, like crash landing and being kidnapped and like maybe skipping a few chapters in the first book because that first few chapters are rough.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are we ready for some booktube questions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
What made you all start your channel? Who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go first.
Do it.
I started my channel I started BookTube in 2014. And it was after I started reading when I was like middle school, and then I took like a long break where I didn't read at all. And then I just started so that I could talk to other people about books. And that's literally the only reason. I just wanted a reason to make myself read because hadn't read in so long. I wanted a reason to make myself get back into it.
I had never heard of BookTube, even though like yes, I love reading, and I never really thought to like go on YouTube and see like reviews of books or something. I never really thought just be like, oh, blah 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 review, just to see if there was a review of a book that I was reading. And a gal that I met, like, or her husband worked with me, and so we met that way, and we just bonded over our love of books. And she just casually asked me, do you have a BookTube channel? I'm like, what is that? And she told me about it, and I was like, that's amazing. How come I've never heard of that? And so she kind of like, you should totally, told me to totally check it out, and I should make a channel. And I'm like, okay. So that happened, and then several months went by where I was just like kind of binging channel after channel, and also kind of watching channels that were telling you how to start like a BookTube channel, because I was so intimidated by it, of starting a channel and sitting in front of a camera and talking. But yeah, it was kind of like I wanted to, talk about books more, because yes, I was involved in, I still am involved in this book club, but I don't know, I just feel like I wanted to talk about books more. So
I feel like I had the same thing. I was looking for romance tubers, and like all I could find, I think I found Jess, of course. I think I found Averie's channel also. This would have been in like 2017, 2018, like somewhere in there. And I think it took me a while, and I finally found Steph's channel, and that was it. It was like literally all you could find was like 3 people. Not to say there weren't more out there, but like it just was hard to find anyone. And I thought like, let's, me and my friend were talking about it. We said, let's start a channel together. And then she's since left the channel. She's busy with life, which is fine. And we did that. And here I am. The channel, because we started like December 2017.
Mm.
And then I wouldn't say that I really got serious until last summer. So it's maybe been a year of like really actually like doing the work of having a channel, if that makes sense. Like a schedule and consistency.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
You know, SEO and all the not fun stuff of having a channel, I feel like, if you want to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chloe?
I just watched it forever, and like readathons and stuff are so much fun. But if you're not, like if you don't make videos, and I'm not big on Instagram or anything, like I felt like it was hard to participate. And I just love talking to people about books. And I have like readers in my family kind of, but nobody, like my sister reads about the same rate, like the craziness that we all do. But I just don't have many people to talk to about it. So I really wanted to do it.
Yeah, I didn't have people in my life that read romance either, really.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
is strange.
Bear with me if you hear him. He has to stay in the room because there's people in the house and he'll howl in their face. So I started in 2017, like maybe like July 2nd or something like that. I don't remember. But I just graduated high school and I was actually super, like I was deep in my depression and I really wanted something to make me happy. And I was like, I think this will make me so happy and I'll make so many friends. And I was really stressed about college because I was going into college with no friends going to the college I was going to. So I just felt like I wanted to make this channel to make friends and just make myself happier. And that ended up happening. So I'm very grateful for BookTube for sure.
I like kind of similarly, I started in December of just 19 and like I stay at home with my daughter. And so it's like nothing, I'm never productive. And so I felt like starting a channel like gives me kind of a creative outlet or something to do that's like for me and not like a mom thing. And so I really have enjoyed it for that.
Same. I mean, that's another thing. It's like my thing, and it's
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like I get to do it, and like obviously my husband's supportive, but it's just nice to like. I don't know. I feel I enjoy making content to an extent.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to if you're going to do this, right? And you still need breaks, but it's just fun. And I think the community we've managed to find our group has been really. I think that helps so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was before the group that we all have, it was really, I didn't have any friends on here. I didn't have any, well, I had like a handful here and there I'd talk to or whatever, but it completely changed the experience of being on BookTube once I found
I
y'all.
made the Discord because I wanted a spot for people to just literally come in that are thinking about a channel that you know, like that they're thinking about it or watch us and want to chat. That's not like, oh hey, we each have our own Discord and that's messy. With them, or you know, let's have one spot and we can all hang out and like chatter about romance because it's such a popular genre that you can feel very isolated in reading.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, just because I think with romance readers, it's also kind of like just a step above too, because there is that stigma when reading romance. And so finding our group and being invited into the group where it's just nothing but love and support, when on the outside of it, I would probably have gotten like scorn or kind of dirty looks for reading romance. So yeah, I really love that.
Yeah.
Oh, we did have a question up here. Fan fiction. Have y'all ever read fan fiction or still do? Yes, absolutely.
Yep. Fan fiction was.
I never knew it was a thing until recently. So no, I really haven't. But
I make my video about fan fiction that's been turned into published novels. That's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That's a thing. Yeah, I read Sailor Moon fan fiction a lot, and a lot of romance Sailor Moon fan fiction, and that would probably be my babyhood of like romance when I was a teen.
Yeah,
Kayla, how old's your daughter now? Stigma.
I think it's just the patriarchy, and it can go burn.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Too. It's the patriarchy, and it can go burn because we're here, we read it. Also, we're the reason all your other books come out, so like get over yourself.
Yes, we keep the lights on. And,
Right.
Okay, Deja. Do you think it's weird if people under 18 read steamy books?
Nope.
No.
It's totally normal. I actually, if I was going to have children, I think that I would encourage them to explore sex and things through romance books that show good consent and
Yes.
Yes.
like that, because it's safer than you going out and like doing those things necessarily would be. I think it's good.
Yeah, I
It's
read
totally
I
healthy.
read steamy romance books before I was 18 in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So
Chloe, here's your answer.
Yeah, cool. And Jess has a 6 and 9-year-old. She was
Oh, yeah, I
saying
see
that she gets BookTube, the creative outlet, part of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, like people with kids, I don't understand how you can like manage your whole life, like, and still have a channel, because I'm like struggling.
Have you seen my vlogs, Nicole? I don't know that I do.
You do
Very
like,
together. I don't
amazing.
know what you're talking about.
You're
man.
amazing.
Thank you.
What are some of your assumptions you had about BookTube before starting it and turned out to be ridiculous? I don't know that I had, like, I feel like I don't know if I had many assumptions about BookTube. I knew immediately it was going to be slow growth.
Oh, I did not. I started
thought
in
you'd blow up.
2014, and when I started, I'd watched. There was like one or two that had like talked about growth on BookTube, and they were like, "It's so small, like you're gonna go so fast." And like I was stuck at like 100 for. It took forever to get there, and I was stuck at 100 for years. And I was just like, I don't understand what these people are talking about. This is not easy to grow at all.
Mhm.
It's not. And you have to. So I have a marketing background. So like I understand SEO and stuff. I just don't always use it on my channel because I'm lazy, which is really dumb. Like I should do better at it because I know these things, but I'm like, nah, whatevs. But it's such a. I always say it's clicky on BookTube because you have your clique of like the big creators that started when they were 15, 16. They have over 200,000 subscribers. It's wild. Like that's not a necessarily attainable number for most people.
Maybe I thought it would be easier. Kayla, do you just mean like time management, or like just the whole part of it, where like recording yourself or editing? And I think like I didn't think I would struggle so much with the time management because I really don't have a whole lot going on in my life. Like, yes, I have a full-time job. You know, when I started my channel, like, yeah, I had a full-time job, and it's like, but I'm not a parent. I'm not, you know, like I am I'm a wife, and I do things that, take care of the house and like things like that. But it's also like, I just didn't think that it would be so difficult to have like a consistent upload. Like people who have like consistent uploading schedules and they like stick to it, I'm like, you are so good. I love that. I was like, I
think
just cannot.
she's calling you out, Izzy.
I know. I'm like, hi, I'm here. Leave me alone.
I was like, I think that's amazing because I'm like, I cannot do it.
I've shared with y'all my schedule, what I use. So feel free to and turn it into your own. Yeah, I do think I didn't realize how important consistency was in the beginning either necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. See, like I feel like I never had a lot of assumptions. I just knew it was really niche. Time management. That's true. You don't realize how long editing takes.
Yeah.
Half of my degree is in like video production, and I forget how long it takes.
And I worked in creative marketing with people editing things and creating things, so I should know how long it takes because I would have to manage their time. And I'm still like, oh yeah, that's right, that'll take an hour because it takes maybe 10 or 15 minutes per minute of footage, depending on what you're editing and how you're doing it.
Right.
Just depends. It could be less, it could be more, but yes, I do have a fan fiction video coming. I promise, guys.
Good.
Temecka wants it for Twilight fan fiction, so I'm gathering a list.
I don't know. When I started my channel, I had no idea about like the sub niche groups in BookTube. I just thought since I only watched big booktubers that like, oh, everyone just reads YA, so I'm gonna read YA and that's what I'm gonna post about. You know?
Yeah.
I had no idea that there was a romance subgenre and a bunch of people. I remember even back then like romance booktubers weren't even like a thing really. And like people didn't really read romance. So when I was interested in reading like free romance books I found on like Amazon, I wouldn't put them in my wrap-ups because I'm like, no one wants to hear about this or no one wants it because everyone's just here for YA, which
I would watch
isn't true.
videos. They would like poo-poo romance, right? They would put down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure. And they still do. I'm not, it does happen on some of the bigger channels for sure.
Yeah.
But,
Which I've also realized like it's also okay to unsubscribe from people that you're not gelling with anymore. Like,
nobody knows.
Yeah, I don't follow those big booktubers anymore that are YA related. I don't anymore. Maybe like one or two because they've actually started getting into romance, which is pretty cool.
Yes, I think the same one probably left because they're actually reading romance now, and I think it's really fun to watch that journey. Yeah, it's a weird. Booktube's weird, guys.
Yeah. It's like trends. Like there are like certain like trends and stuff that, you know, you see like bigger booktubers do it, and then it just kind of trickles down and you just see, you know, kind of the same stuff. And then I actually had a question on a video or a comment on a video like a couple weeks ago asking like, why do you think, you know, there's so much more booktubers reading contemporary romance? And I'm just like, well, like I feel like the bigger booktubers are older now and reading more things than YA.
So I was watching Zoe's channel. She posted a video recently like about coming back, and I really like her. I think she's really fun.
I love that video. I love her.
She's such a cute person. Like she's just adorable.
Yes.
Like and she talked about like how she started this channel when she was 16, 15, I don't know, very young. And then now, you know, she's in her early 20s and her reading has changed, but she hasn't changed her channel with it. And I think there's that like issue within BookTube as well. If that, like the big channels, right? Like they started when they were 16, 15, 17, and now some of them are like 25, 26.
Yeah.
Like haven't, you know, like they haven't allowed themselves to grow. And then now they are, because they're like reading contemporary romances.
Yeah. Sasha Alsberg also came out with a video very similar, which I really liked also.
I think it's not fair for anyone to not expect you to grow and change.
Yeah.
Your channel. But I think when you are older and start a channel, it's kind of like, well, of course I'm going to shift as things go, you know. But I don't think you think about that when you're just a little kid. It feels like.
Antonella, thank you. You are awesome.
And then, okay, this is another good one. I feel like that leads into that. What is something you wish you knew before starting your channel? Do you guys have anything?
I wish I would have known that I didn't like YA fantasy and stopped trying to force it.
Well, there you go.
That's a good one.
Yeah, trying to force yourself to fit like what you see everybody else is doing to try to grow and be a part of the group and feel included, and just forcing yourself to read something that you're not really enjoying. And 100%, you know, it's like just stick to like what you like. And but it's like it does take sometimes that to be like, okay, like I'm not going to try to be this anymore. I'm really going to be me. And then you're just happier. And I love that.
Yeah, and going off that too is like before I did that with YA fantasy in the beginning, and then I had a year or so that I did that again, and I was like, oh, I only like reading this one other thing, and I said I only like reading horror and thrillers, and I tried to fit myself into this mold, and I'm like, I just don't care. Like I'm not having any fun doing this. So that's when I actually started talking about romance on my channel too. So
I think I wish I'd known, like, if I wasn't having fun, it's not worth it. And that's, you need to do, like, you need to come do it because you want to have fun and talk about books, not like because you think you're going to blow up.
You're right.
Or that you think, I don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, you got to do it because you want to talk about books to an extent. And then hope that, like, other people want to talk to you about books. And maybe also, like, the same thing. You don't have to fit the mold. Like, it's okay. You can break the BookTube mold of, like, YA everything. Because there's a vast world of BookTube out there that I didn't even know existed. Like, historic history people BookTube, and nonfiction BookTube, and lit fic BookTube. It's wild. The subgenres are vast.
Yes.
Do you have anything, Averie?
Sorry, what? The dog is barking. Basically just like the same thing of like, I have to learn you don't need to read young adult books. Like, it's okay to read romance. That's what I thought. I should.
Uh-huh.
Chloe, do you have the baby?
I do. Can you hear her?
Yes.
She's like, I'm starving over here.
I know she is. She's like chugging.
I was just like,
I wonder if they can hear that. Should I mute myself?
oh, so cute. We have a niche, but can't stick to one.
I think it's okay to not have a niche too.
Yeah.
There's an acceptance in slow growth or just doing it because you like it. Like, it's okay. You don't have to. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's this idea that you have to have this like huge channel. And, like, I don't know that the implications of a large channel is something you should always think about. I feel
Yeah.
I'm terrified of that.
there
Me
it
too.
is. Like, if my channel exploded and I somehow had like one of those huge subscriber counts, I would be like, so I don't know. Like, I would be nervous to post. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but like, I would,
Yeah.
like, it's so hard, like, to, I don't know. Like, I would just feel a weird responsibility in what I share. I think Books and Lala does a great job with it. Like, she's very good about sharing like other smaller channels, places to get good own voices book racks. But I don't know. There's a comment section that comes when you hit that size, and I'm terrified of it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh God.
As soon as you unmute,
You're like, nope.
but yeah, it's like as soon as you hit like a certain like number of subscribers, or like if you consider yourself like a bigger booktuber, like I don't know, like people are brave sitting behind like their computer screens and typing away in your comment section. It's like it's definitely like how I'm thinking. Like I've never really gotten any kind of really crazy or like mean and disrespectful comments, but it's like what would I do if I did? You could just see.
I have gotten a couple. I've shared with you guys the one weird one I got where I got told I was too pale or something.
Okay.
It's very weird. And she was like, I worry for you. And I was like, I'm fine. Thank you.
I worry for you.
Yeah, I was like, I'm fine. Thank you very much. And then I had someone else comment on when I did my video about the RWA explosion that happened.
Yeah.
I got a really nasty comment from some dude that I quickly told him, okay, boomer. And then he never replied. It was like something millennials and their rainbow shelves. And I was just like, okay, boomer.
I had one that was, they told me I was too sensitive to follow because I said there was a slur in a book. And I didn't say what the slur was. I just said there was a slur. And he was like, you are too sensitive for me to follow. And I was like, okay, thanks for the engagement, though.
I remember, didn't you share that to the group? Because I think I remember that. I was like, what? You're too sensitive to follow?
My favorite right now, I have someone who is every video within a few hours, 2 people are downvoting it, like thumbs downing it. And I'm like, who are you? Why are you still subscribed? Go away. I don't care.
I honestly wish like YouTube let you know like who was because it literally it doesn't even say like people like your video or thumbs down it, but I really wish they did and like who that person is.
I'm just like, what is your like? Go away if you
don't exactly
push me. Just go away. Like it's
It's
not.
my favorite.
Can
But
we
I love
like
it.
why?
I live for it also.
Like
I
also
love it.
why
It's my favorite thing ever.
Why is there even a thumbs down option? Like that's just rude in itself.
I agree. And like if you've got an issue with something in the video, comment. Like say what you're upset about or like what you feel like was inappropriate and move on. Like or just don't watch.
It works like Reddit though, and like you're downvoting the video and it like does nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if my channel got like really big, I wouldn't know what to do. I only have one video of mine that's super duper popular for some bizarre reason. It's the oh my gosh, dude. it's oh my god. Literally
The Vampire Diaries video.
The Vampire Diaries video. It just hit 10,000 views.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. I talked to y'all about it. I just turned the comments off because most of them were hate comments because they're like, you don't know what the heck you're talking about, blah blah blah. I'm like, this is my opinion. I hate these books. you can go read them for yourself, but they're trash. Like, but yeah, I get so many hate comments on that video. I just turned it off. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to do if I got bigger. I'd be so afraid that something like that would happen to all of my videos.
My most
Yeah.
popular video is a Stephen King video, so I'm just waiting for that comment section to be riddled with horrible things.
Mhm.
I will see it. I think Deja is benefiting from the growth of YouTube right now as far as booktube awareness goes.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So good. I'm so glad. Because I've recently had the most subs I've had ever in a month. Like at it. I was like, what is going on?
Me too. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I love how I love when the bigger romance channels, just bigger booktubers in general, or just maybe like a couple hundred, I love when they shout out the smaller ones because it introduces so many new people. And like that's how I got, like I was stuck at maybe 250 for like over a year.
Yeah.
And once like Jess shouted me out, boom, up. Like, you know, like I feel like
That's what happened to me.
Yeah, I just love to do that to other people too, because like these people are amazing, and more people should watch their content. So,
and I think shout-outs help, and then also like once you hit like 500, I feel like you start getting recommended more by YouTube. Actually.
Yeah,
like you have to like hit a number, and then I think after 1,000, they start recommending you even more, and then each growth milestone after that, I guess I don't know. That's all I've managed to figure out for my. I went from 500 to over 600 in no time, and I was like, "What is going on?" Like, no one has shouted me out either. I was like, like, why do you want to see me talk about romance books?
Shannon, you are so right. Like big fandoms, like I feel like, yeah, like Twilight, and if you say one bad thing about Twilight, they will come for you.
Yeah, I love Averie. I love your shout outs too. Taylor just said that.
I love that. I love that.
I'm probably going to add that to my videos next year.
I've subscribed to so many new, because I started my mug, I think in January this year. I started doing it, and I have to add more people because I've subscribed to so many more people since January. So
yeah,
add more people to it. So, thank you.
Deja, you're fantastic. You're so sweet. Thank you. And then, yeah, for sure. That's kind of like what, what Izzy was saying.
I think there's a boom. They're looking for people who are speaking up and out.
The most
That's wild. 6,000 views and the most thumbs down.
Same. All thumbs down.
Like, come on.
I'm over here like, don't stand me, guys. No.
We have to.
I know. I love you guys too. It's fine.
It's fine. Stand all of you.
I do think there is a weird thing as you grow. Like, I don't know. I talked about that in my Q&A, right? I was like, it's just weird. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. I'm just constantly like, why are you here? It's not even
I think it's
self-esteem. I'm just like, hi, welcome.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
Talk about pegging. Are you cool with that? I mean, I don't know if you want to subscribe.
I love
Izzy, no joke. I seriously thought you were saying hi to the baby.
I mean, I am.
Yeah, I don't know if she'll lose it, but she's got lots.
Oh. I got a baby next week, and I'm very excited about it.
How old is your nephew?
He is 10 months. No.
Oh, okay. So still a baby.
11 months. He's giant. He's about half of my height.
I'm like, I'll just leave that away.
And maybe 30 pounds. So I'm just going to be like this when I
Oh, wow. Big kid.
big. He's huge. But I'm excited to snuggle and listen to him scream.
Yeah.
That, like, anytime I talk to my brother, all I hear is just him yelling in the background. I'm like, what are you doing to this poor child?
What are you doing?
He's very talkative. I'm like, all right, we're going to have full conversations then.
Izzy, I can't wait for your pegging video.
Yes.
Pegging video, I promise.
Yes.
Saying next month. I have to read some of the books.
I'm waiting for Zenny to come in on Libby. I'm so excited.
It's so good.
So good.
It's so
It is good.
Lenny's hair amazes me.
Both of my kids, like my husband came out and he was like a monkey when he was born. He just had hair everywhere, and I was bald. And so both of my kids have had like pretty long hair, but I don't know.
Until I was like 2, maybe.
Yeah, I think quarantine is helping in some ways. People are looking for more books.
For sure.
I think people are more aware than ever of YouTube / YouTube content than they were even like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Does anybody else in chat have BookTube questions? Because we only have one more question on our list, and then we're good to go.
Okay.
We've gotten through it all.
Yeah.
And give them a
Reading
second
more and
to
watching
catch up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely reading more.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have been, either binging, content like that, like on YouTube or reading. But I was like, unfortunately, I never, I always had to go to work. My job never closed. So I never really got the whole like quarantine, like cabin fever. And then but that has its pluses and minuses. But I felt like if I did have to self-isolate, I would love it because I would get through so many books.
My reading got interrupted because my husband got sent home for work and has been work from home, which means I spend a lot of my day getting interrupted. I love him. It's fine.
It's fine. There are big articles. That's true. Like I've seen like some book bloggers, bookstagrammers like shouted out on like kind of reading articles. And so yeah, that's true.
Well, and Michelle Obama did her BookTube stuff.
Yep.
Ooh, favorite video.
I love making my vlogs because it's just like every time I finish a book, I want somebody to talk about it, and so I will film a clip, and then nobody's answering me yet, but like I feel like that gets my need to talk about it out. Yeah. And I mean they're bare to edit at the end, but I like making those a lot more than like sit down videos.
I love secret TBRs.
I think secret TBRs are my favorite. I love doing my reading the tropes and then my new booktuber picks for me, like 5 books. So I just did one with Charles where he picked thrillers, and I've enjoyed that because it's been fun to I gave him a TBR too because he wanted one, but to kind of be like, okay, now you pick. I know Tamika's picked for me and Chloe has some picked for me too, right next to. But it's always I like those where I put together a secret TBR of some sort.
Yes.
Motherhood or wifehood. Yes.
Can I self-isolate in my room by myself for a minute? Because with quarantine, my life has not been that much different. My responsibilities are the same, except I can't there's no where I can take my kids to distract them or entertain them for me. It's all on me.
My favorite video that I always make every year since I started my channel is my Bookish Academy Awards that I film at the end of the year. I love that tag. And so just going through all the books that I read all year, it's just a really good way to yearly wrap up your reading.
I think the mid-year tag also, the mid-year freakout is my favorite to watch. So when people put out their mid-year freakouts, I go check out their channels to find new channels. That's my favorite way to find new people, because then I can be like, oh, okay, cool, we both like this book, but here's a bunch of books I've never heard of.
Yeah, that's a good way to get a scope of who somebody is or what their reading taste is.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. All right, are you guys ready for our last question?
Yes.
It's really engaging. How tall are you?
Oh God.
How tall are you?
Oh God.
I'm 5'7".
What? I did not think you were tall.
I'm very tall.
God. I don't believe it.
No. I'm 5'3 1/4, and that quarter is very important. Thank you very much. Very important.
I'm 5'6".
I feel like we should guess. Like everybody should have guessed first.
Averie is short. I'm almost positive Averie's not very tall.
I'm positive Chloe and Averie are short.
You are, huh?
How are you, Chloe?
You just seem like you just like like cute little compact Chloe.
No, I'm 5'6.5".
Are you
Nice.
really?
Whoa.
See, like when you show like your pregnant pictures of your belly, like you look like you're like
I'm very petite.
Yeah.
But I am tall.
like petite height wise. Like I just figured
Yeah.
you were Averie.
I'm 5'1".
Okay, I had a feeling. I was like, I feel like Averie and I are in the shorties group.
My driver's
I
license says 5 foot, so I like to say 5'1".
I'm always very defensive of my half of my quarter of an inch. My mother will tell you that she is 5'3" and 3/4, so she's taller than me. I also, Kayla, assume everyone is either my height or taller than me because
Oh yeah,
it's 99% of the time like everyone's taller than me.
same.
Y'all should see me walk around with my husband and all his giant friends, and I'm just like, yeah. I'm like the little hobbit kid behind them running to keep up. I'm like, hello.
Oh no, all my friends are ridiculously taller than me, and they have to like slow down.
Yep,
when I
same.
walk with them.
My husband,
They like start like walking ahead of me, and they turn around. They're like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "Oh wait, let me slow down for you."
so my husband's the shortest in his friend group at like almost 6'1", and the rest of them are like 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", and I'm just like back here like, hey. Like, can y'all walk slower? Like, I do not have the legs to go.
Shannon's 4'9".
I would never
somebody
have guessed
taller
that.
than-
Yeah.
I'm so obnoxious around my friends that are shorter than me. I'm like, hello, I'm tall now. They're like, it's fine.
They're like, okay.
I get
My
it.
everyday life, guys. I'm always the shortest. Oh,
Oh, mine's thriller.
mine's queer YA. I don't think that's a genre technically, but I call it a genre. It's my second favorite.
Oh yeah.
Is it queer? Is it YA? I will read it. Also middle grade.
I like middle grade too.
I love a queer anything, but when it's
I love-
involved discovery.
I love cozy mysteries.
I like them seasonally. I can't read a ton, but I like them seasonally.
I feel like I need suggestions because I don't know where to start.
For cozy mysteries.
Yeah, it's a very overwhelming genre.
Yeah.
This series.
Live and Let Shy.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's
This
thrillers.
is such a good one.
I also like thrillers.
Mine's YA.
This is also a really good one. Izzy. Brownies and broomsticks. And this cover is just so cute. I feel like covers and titles for cozy mysteries are just adorable.
They are. Like, that's why I'm interested in them. But
So tall.
told her she's giving me an ego over here. I'm tall now, and he's gonna be like, "No, you're not." In my mind, I am. I wanted to be 6 feet tall when I was little, y'all. Like it was the dream.
See, I
And
was the tallest in my class, and then once 5th grade hit, I stopped growing, and everyone else.
I think I was 5'1" until high school, Averie. So I think I like right around there, and then I got an extra 2 inch. It's a freaking party.
You're like, yes.
Like, 6th grade, I stopped growing. So
Yeah, I
And my
think I
mom-
stopped growing in like 7th and 8th grade. I was like 5'6", 7th and 8th grade.
Wow.
I was also just like a really, really, really early bloomer, so that probably is the reason.
Mhm. I was pretty early too. I don't know. I don't know quite when I stopped, but I know like maybe in high school I was 5'1", 5'2" in freshman year. And then I got just a little bit, not much. It's fine. I'm probably already shrinking. It's cool, guys.
Kayla, they do have recipes in baking cozies.
That could be a fun one. Hey, somebody needs to do the TBR where you read the cozy and you bake the recipe.
I think the protagonist has done some of those
Yeah.
where she reads it and bakes the things in the back. Or
I've
in the
done
back.
I think I've done 2 cozy recipe videos on
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen yours too.
Make sure this is being done because that needs to happen.
And then Ashley from Bookish Realm, she commented on my cheesecake one, and she was like, "Could you make this into a series?" I was like, "Of course I can." They're one of the videos that take the longest because obviously you gotta actually make stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I like it. It's a lot of fun. So
I always get comments when I include baking or cooking in my videos about it. So I always find that
I just
interesting.
can't figure out how to. Well, I can't figure out how to film it and do it. And yeah, I don't know. I need to figure it out.
I just have a little tripod thing for my phone because I film on my phone.
Yeah.
So and then I have it, and then you just angle it down at whatever you're doing.
Yeah,
It's just like a little bitty tripod that's like this big.
for
It's
my
like,
my camera, but that doesn't help with the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of my baking footage is I just film just on my phone, but then I do voiceover because normally I have like my family in the living room or kitchen while I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like, pick them out. So I just like film it and then I'll voice over what I'm doing. So
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think my husband made an appearance in my cheesecake one or my apple pie one. I'm not quite sure, but I'm just like, I just look over and I'm like, can you get out of here?
How not to get batter on the camera. It's hard.
That's true.
I've gotten flour on my camera.
Yeah.
Just
My
wipe it
phone's
off.
a mess after I do one of those.
That's all our questions. Does anybody have anything else they want to add or ask or,
We'll wait for the comments to catch up.
oh goodness. What do you want?
Oh.
I feel bad saying this man give up. Like he's been on the stairs crying this whole time.
Oh.
He just wants to go sit on the couch.
Dallas keeps crying behind me, and Phoenix keeps running through the house and barking at nothing. So,
And puppies aren't here, so I feel like
oh, there he is. We just moved, like, and we're right beside the road, and they're not used to cars like driving right by. And we're in like a straight stretch, so everyone speeds through here. So they're not used to that. We lived in a city, and they're still not used to that. So,
thunder.
Ooh.
Deja, is that right now? Thundering?
I would love to have a storm here. It's too freaking hot, y'all.
It's so
Yes. Here it's so humid that we're like, just get it over with and rain.
Just rain
Yeah.
already.
Come on.
And we've actually had straight sun showers, like no clouds, just the rain happening. And that always freaks me out. I'm like, for like 5 seconds and then it just stops. So it doesn't help. It's so hot.
Bookish items.
I love book sleeves.
I like book sleeves too. I have a book bean from Bookbow, and I love that damn thing. We have 4 of them in my house because my husband steals them from me. Yes, I did a pre-order and I got 2 more because I was like, I'm done with this.
I love bookish candles.
Me too.
Yeah, candles
Yes.
too.
I like bookmarks. I've got my cup right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Too.
My little niece made us this cup, and yeah, so it's my bookmark holder.
Yeah, I got one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got one of those back there on that bookshelf, but I never end up using my bookmarks because I just throw random stuff in them, or I use my Kindle.
I'm always on my Kindle, so that's my go-to.
Typically what I use for bookmarks is if I'm annotating a book, I just have my little thing of my sticky notes just in there. Yeah.
I do that
Yeah, I
too.
do that.
Send me some rain, Deja.
I'll send rain vibes your way because we're supposed to get rain all week.
Yeah, Deja, what part of the country do you live in?
Oh, baby.
I just had to mute myself because she very loudly shat herself. So I'm having Jeremy come get her.
That's adorable.
Not it.
Not
Sorry,
it.
busy.
Not it.
Not it.
Sorry, I'm busy.
There he is.
So somebody ask questions, please.
What camera gear do y'all use? Like, what cameras?
My phone.
She needs it.
Oh, I know she needs it.
My iPhone 11.
I think I have the 7.
Oh no. There we go.
Are any of you going to submit to YouTube's Life in a Day?
No.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, what does that mean?
And I was like, that's
Like
how
you
in the loop I
vlog
am.
your day? Is it like you vlog your day or whatever?
Yeah.
Your whole day? I don't know. I think like I thought it'd be maybe like I'm thinking when I get married or whatever. I think it'd be fun to start like a family channel. I love family channels, so maybe when I have a family channel or something.
I might, but I'm gonna be. Wait, Deja, you're near me. I'm in the too. But yeah, I thought about it, but I don't know. I'm traveling, and I'll be babysitting, so that's the hard part. Like, I feel weird about capturing my nephew and stuff. So
Yeah.
on every single wall in your house,
I agree with that. Yes.
because you can never have enough.
Agreed.
Yeah, my husband tried to say like, as soon as I build these shelves and they're full, you can't buy any more books. I'm like, no. That's not how this works.
Yes.
It's like I filled up the bookshelves, you build more bookshelves. That's how that works.
Exactly how it works.
Me and Brad had that conversation the other day because this room that I'm in doesn't have room for another bookshelf like that because I've got all of the room I can for those. But we're going to be moving again in the next year and a half. And in that house, because we're going to be remodeling a house over the next like year, 2 years, something like that. So we're going to be putting built-in bookshelves across like one entire wall. And I'm like, I don't want to buy another bookshelf for in here because there's no room. And there's no point when I'm going to have like a whole wall of shelves.
Oh,
please
don't buy that.
IKEA.
My husband
Walmart?
built my shelves, so
Oh,
My dad built my shelves.
I love my shelves are the Better Home and Garden, and I love them. I love them so much.
So I only have 2 shelves, and I just have the Jimenez IKEA ones, and I really like them. Nobody else on BookTube seems to have them, at least not in the high color like I do. And I enjoy them. I don't know. They work well. But I also mostly read digitally, so I buy the books I love to then put on my shelves. That has been my trick to not overrun myself with books. I can only buy a thing I love.
I have no self-control.
I just bought a box of 20 mystery romance novel or historical romance novels. I have nothing to say. I have no room.
I love that for you.
I mean, I also have that mystery box in my cart. So, I mean, maybe
Buy it.
I was like, do you want me to buy that for you? And I was like, no, I'm going to buy that for myself. Thank you. I need to give
Thank you.
All right. I think that's it.
I think so.
Hopefully that helps, Kayla.
Yeah.
I also got the ones at my apartment are from Target.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Target ones too.
Yeah, mine are all from Walmart.
I feel like the Walmart's the hidden gem bookshelf.
Yes, except they discontinue them all the time. And so I've got 6 in here that match in color and they don't make them anymore. So I can't, like, I bought all 6 of these at once and I'm glad because they can't, like, they've stopped making them. So unless you do like white, the wood ones are all discontinued.
I love Walmart for bookshelves. I love them a lot.
All right. And if there's any more questions?
Yep, last call.
Last call for the questions. I loved this. Thank you, everyone, so much.
Me too.
I love it. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Any chance I get to come on here and talk to you lovelies is a fantastic day for me.
Agreed. And
Ditto.
time for flies.
I know. I was like,
Yeah.
what? We've been on here 2 hours? What?
I know.
It's fine.
Thank you. See you later.
Bye.
All right.
Yeah, so if there's no more nothing else, that will probably wrap it up. Thank you, everyone, for joining, who's popped in and asked us questions. I really appreciate you. But all right, so I guess that's it.
All right. Well, congratulations, everybody, on milestones and everyone for hanging out.
It's just weird.
Yes.
I continue by. It's just strange sometimes that I look at the number and I go, "Huh, okay."
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
exciting.
Awesome.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day. Ladies, you have a wonderful day. And
You
I can't wait
too.
to talk to you again.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.